Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Imagine this. You are fasting on a beautiful Ramadan day, and suddenly, you accidentally swallow water while making wudu. The question here is, do you still have your fast? Or let's say you were brushing your mouth, probably because you feel it is bitter or dry, and then you mistakenly flushed your toothpaste down your throat. Does that break your fast? These questions can make or break your Ramadan. And I know many of us have questions about what invalidates our fast and what doesn't. In this video, we'll discuss everything you need to know about what breaks your fast and what doesn't. And we would clarify these rulings based on the Quran, Sunnah, and scholarly consensus. So, let's get started. First off, let's clarify what fasting during Ramadan really means. Fasting is not just about abstaining from food and drink. It's a spiritual discipline designed to bring you closer to Allah. Now, let's break down the main things that can break your fast. Number one is eating and drinking. This one is the most straightforward. If you eat or drink anything during daylight hours, your fast is broken. We all know this, but do you know why? According to a hadith of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, he said, "If someone eats or drinks forgetfully, let him complete his fast, for what he has eaten or drank has been given to him by Allah," from Sahih Bukhari. Number two is intimate relations. Engaging in sexual intimacy while fasting also breaks the fast. This is not just a guideline. It's a principle highlighted in Islamic teachings. As noted in the Quran, it is made lawful for you to be intimate with your wives during the nights of fasting. Surah Al-Baqarah, chapter 2, verse 187. With that being said, it is permissible to meet your spouse at night, but not in the daytime. Number three is menstrual bleeding. For women, menstruation can unfortunately break the fast. It's vital to understand that this is not a fault, but rather a natural event. In Islam, women are excused from fasting during their menstrual periods, and they are expected to make up those days later. Number four is vomiting intentionally. If you feel the urge to vomit and you do so intentionally, it breaks your fast. Conversely, if you vomit unintentionally, your fast remains valid. The Prophet, peace be upon him, made this clear when he said in a hadith, "If someone is forced to vomit, he should not break his fast." This is from Sunan Ibn Majah narration. Number five is injections and nasal drops. This one often comes up in discussions. If a person receives an injection or uses nasal drops that provides nourishment, it can break the fast. However, if they are not meant for nutrition, like painkillers, your fasting remains intact. Number six is smoking. Many people might overlook smoking, but it also breaks your fast. It's worth considering the intent behind fasting, purifying the soul. Smoking contradicts that intent. And generally, it is prohibited to smoke in Islam because you are causing harm to your body organs. As a Muslim, you should use this Ramadan as a means to quit your habit of smoking and build a stronger bond with Allah. More videos on how to quit any addiction would be made in the future. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss them. Now, I want you to think of a young boy named Yusuf who secretly smoked during Ramadan, thinking it wouldn't break his fast. Yusuf struggled with cravings but felt guilty as his prayers felt empty. One day at the masjid, Yusuf overheard the imam mentioning a hadith that says, "Whoever does not give up evil actions during fast, Allah is not in need of his abstinence from food and drink." Yusuf, realizing his mistakes, he sought help from the imam, who guided him to quit smoking and make up for his fast afterwards. By the end of Ramadan, Yusuf had quit smoking and felt more closer to Allah. The lesson here is that Ramadan itself is about self-discipline and seeking guidance. So don't let harmful habits break your fast and connection with Allah. With all that been said, let's now discuss what does not break your fast. Number 1 is unintentional eating or drinking. As we mentioned earlier, if you eat or drink forgetfully, it doesn't break your fast. Number 2 is swallowing of saliva. Naturally, this does not invalidate your fast as it is a necessary bodily function. Number 3 is tasting food. If you taste food without swallowing it, like checking the seasoning, it does not break the fast, but make sure to rinse your mouth with water afterwards. Number 4 is uncontrollable vomiting. As highlighted earlier, if you vomit unexpectedly, your fast remains valid. Number 5 is swimming. Swimming is fine. Just be cautious not to swallow water. So with all this been discussed, I encourage you all to ask your local scholars in case you have any doubts. And comment below with any of your thoughts or questions about fasting. If you found this video helpful, make sure to share it with a loved one who needs it. Until next time, don't forget to subscribe for more Islamic contents and insights into Ramadan teachings. Assalamu alaikum.